Hey guys, welcome back to Andy's Dinosaur Reviews. We have some news as always, some very exciting, very interesting stuff today, so let's get straight to it. The very first thing that I have for you guys is a brand new model coming from Musee. If you can recall, Musee has been around for quite some time. I've actually reviewed some of their products here on the channel quite a ways back, and they continue to release amazing product after amazing product. It's been a little while, I think, since we heard anything from them, since I think they revealed the Dreadnoughtus. But it appears as though they're going to be releasing a Quetzalcoatlus. This Quetzalcoatlus will be in 1/10 scale, so you know it's going to be really big. And you can see obviously what it looks like. It's gorgeous, as you know what you would expect for a Musee model. A really beautiful sculpt, very realistic, naturalistic paint scheme for sure. They always choose probably the best paint schemes, I think, where the animals look flashy enough to be really striking, but always naturalistic enough to look like it could be the actual coloration of the animal. And definitely what I see here on this Quetzalcoatlus. I'm sure the price tag's going to be hefty, but if someone is interested in grabbing this, it'll probably be the collectible of a lifetime if you are a fan of Quetzalcoatlus. Also, when it comes to Nanmu, they recently had revealed a few more images of their upcoming Rexy model, kind of in like, broad daylight, kind of giving us a natural light sort of look at it. And I think the paint scheme actually looks really nice in these images, a lot better than what I had seen in the promotional images. Not that the promotional images look bad, but I feel like the darker tones that we see here on these images look a lot more like Rexy and a lot more closer to what you see in the film. So definitely hoping that this is the coloration, and this is what it looks like when we actually get these figures when they do officially release. And then I wanted to let you guys know that there will be a new brand of dinosaurs coming out, another brand making Jurassic Park inspired dinosaurs. This will be called Primal Forms, and we have our look here at basically what their first figure is going to look like. Obviously this is just concept art at this point, but you can see Rexy as well, just like we had seen with Nanmu a moment ago. But I think theirs looks really good, really nicely colored. Again, very similar to what we had seen on the Nanmu version, but definitely what I believe Rexy would look like as far as the coloration goes. Really excited to actually see the figure itself, as the concept art looks great, but you can never truly judge until you see the figure itself, so really excited to see more from them as they progress. And then when it comes to the beasts of the Mesozoic line, and specifically the Cyberzoic line, David Silva recently had unveiled the Andrewsarchus, and it's great to see more Cyberzoic stuff being revealed, and not only that, great to see more prehistoric mammals being revealed. We really don't get enough of them, and we definitely don't get enough of them when it comes to articulated figures, so super cool to see this species chosen to enter the Cyberzoic line, and also really cool just to see what it's going to look like. Definitely can't wait to see the actual printed out prototype. And then when it comes to Artic Figures, he is working on something very different from anything he's released in the past. As you can see by these images, he has gone ahead and created himself kind of like a Monsterverse style version of Destroyah. So he's jumping into the kaiju game now with this initial release, and man, is that ever incredible. Like, when it comes to Artic Figures sculpt and detail, I don't think there's ever been any doubt as far as how good of a sculptor he is, but just in case you happen to have maybe had some doubts at some point, just take a look at the fine detail on this Destroyah. This is out of this world when it comes to a sculpting standpoint, and just generally the design standpoint. I think it looks honestly like one of the coolest figures I've ever seen in my entire life, and definitely one of the coolest figures that we've ever had from Artic Figures. When more is revealed on this, I of course will let you guys know, but I also wanted to let you know that Artic Figures is also selling a bust of the 1998 baby Godzilla, and I think that is really cool as well. That's something that there just isn't enough love for. We get, not really a lot, but a fair share at times of Zilla stuff, adult versions of Godzilla from the 1998 film, but we don't get much as far as the babies outside of the toy line. So it's really cool to see a super accurate, really highly detailed bust as well. Definitely hoping to get my hands on this because I am a huge fan of Zilla, and this looks to be one of the coolest busts I think I've ever seen. Also, quite a few years ago, CementAirBag on Instagram had actually sent me something that he had created, or had commissioned to be created anyway, an Ankylosaurus model. Now this is something I was intending on reviewing here on the channel at some point in the future, but it appears as though he's actually gone ahead and updated the model since then, and this is what it looks like currently. This is something that I believe he is kind of potentially intending on releasing, you know, kind of like mass producing and releasing, but it looks like a really nice looking version of an Ankylosaurus. I actually loved the very first version that he had sent me, and I'm still considering, you know, releasing a review of that one, but I'm kind of like thinking maybe at this point I would wait until this one's finished and then acquire this one and review the one that I have with this one and just kind of compare and contrast. But it looks absolutely gorgeous. Again, very highly detailed, definitely a really nice interpretation of an Ankylosaurus. So just like with everything, as more progresses on this and we find more out about it, I will of course let you guys know. And then I wanted to show you guys potentially one of the most amazing models I have ever seen in my entire life. This is a brand new model coming from Greenhouse Revolution. I have shown off some of their stuff in the past, but we have a Sorofagon X that's coming from them. I believe we have two different versions of this, and it is absolutely as drop-dead gorgeous of a Sorofagon X model as I've ever seen. I would honestly say the best Sorofagon X model I've ever seen. Like, man, is this thing ever gorgeous, whether it's the sculpt, whether it's the paint, no matter what it is that you're looking at on this model, it is absolutely mind-blowing. Probably some of the most impressive stuff I've ever seen from any company, and I believe you can pre-order this currently from Lana Time Shop. So if you are interested in grabbing yourself one of these, I believe you can like put down a deposit and then pay the remaining balance off later on. There are a few different scales for this, as they are offering it in 1/35th scale and 1/15th scale, so you can get a pretty darn big version of this model. And I believe you can also purchase it with the model kit or the painted version, so you definitely have options as far as this goes. But definitely one of the most incredible Sorofagon X models I've ever seen, that's for sure. If you are interested, I will include a link in the description to Lana Time Shop where you can place a pre-order for it right now. And then as far as Dino Dream goes, we have a look at their next model. They have fully unveiled the Compsognathus model, and what a beauty of a model. They really created pretty much, I would say, the perfect diorama for Compsognathus from the Lost World Jurassic Park. And this is officially released by Dino Dream for the Jurassic Park 30th anniversary, because they do have the license now to release Jurassic Park products. And again, you've got some compies there kind of moving along what appears to potentially be like the stream where we actually see them in the Lost World Jurassic Park, where they make their one good kill in that film, and it looks incredible. Really nice paint. I have a few Dino Dream compies in my collection, and they are easily the best compies that I do have when it comes to Jurassic Park style Compsognathus in my collection, so really excited to see this one get released at some point in the near future. And then when it comes to Mattel, we have one of the most interesting things I think I've ever seen, potentially one of the most exciting things I think I've ever seen. We actually have found out now what is going to be coming up for the Crowdfunder that Mattel Creations will be releasing, or at least we believe we have anyway. This image was recently shared by Collect Jurassic, and it shows off a ton of really cool stuff. I'm not entirely positive what everything is that comes with this Crowdfunder, but as you can see, we've clearly got a male Hammond Collection Tyrannosaurus Rex there. We've also got a really nice Ford Explorer. We have Lex and Tim, a goat. We've got a whole bunch of paddock signs. I don't know if the gates come with this. I don't know if the fence comes with this. I really don't know exactly what everything is that's included with this, but this image, again, was shown by Collect Jurassic. Shows some of the coolest stuff that Mattel for sure has ever created. Right now, they are expecting the Crowdfunder to be priced at about $250 US, so it's definitely going to be pricey, and you know, maybe not really worth it so much if it's only the Rex, the signs, the Lex and Tim, Ford Explorer, and the goat. But if this actually includes like the gates and everything, like, that's definitely, in my opinion, a great deal. But regardless, this is definitely something that I'm going to take part in. I probably couldn't live with myself if I didn't get a hold of this stuff. So if you are interested in this, make sure you are following Mattel Creations, and of course, make sure you're subscribed to me, because as we find out more about this, I will definitely let you guys know the date and everything for it, and when we can take part in this Crowdfunder and learn more about it. So as of right now, guys, that's all the news I've got. When more comes out, I'll be sure to send it your way, but until then, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.